"Hey, you there! The man in the janitor's uniform at the back. Come up here, now." Harper Weston's voice rang through the Ryman auditorium like a cold blade slicing the air. 500 guests turned their heads in unison. On the live stream, 2 million people were staring straight into this moment. Cole Brennan, 32 years old, stood frozen. His hands were trembling, and the thing that made him look most out of place at that moment was the pair of yellow rubber gloves still on his hands. He had finished wiping down the stage exactly 10 minutes earlier. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't think that—" "Don't make excuses." Harper cut him off before he could finish the sentence. She strode forward, grabbed Cole by the shoulder, and dragged him straight into the center of the stage lights, as if pulling an object onto a table for display. "Let everyone see," she said, her voice sweet to the point of being fake. "Whether you can actually sing, or whether you're just taking up space here." Then Harper turned to the band and snapped her fingers sharply, the way one would issue an order to a waiter. "Play Higher Ground for him." She curled her lips into a smirk. "An impossibly high note, the same note that once earned me $2 million. And just as the band was about to come in, Harper leaned in close to Cole. She switched off her own microphone, but Cole's mic was still live. Her voice dropped to a whisper that the entire auditorium and all 2 million viewers heard perfectly clearly. "Fail quietly, kid." The air froze. The entire hall held its breath, as if waiting for something to shatter. Cole stood there, under lights blazing like fire, with hundreds of eyes in front of him and a world behind him passing judgment through a screen. But what he did next wouldn't just prove Harper Weston wrong. It could also bring down everything she had built on lies. If you enjoy Turn the Tables stories like this, remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss the videos we release every week, because what comes next is where things truly begin to get frightening. And the question is, why was Harper so determined to drag a janitor onto the stage to humiliate him in front of millions? What was she afraid of? Enough to do that. But to understand why this moment matters so much, we need to rewind time to 4 hours earlier. Cole Brennan was not always a man who cleaned floors. 5 years earlier, he had been one of the most promising contestants on Voice of Tomorrow, the hit talent competition on which Harper Weston herself sat as a judge. Cole possessed a rare high tenor voice, with a vocal range spanning from C3 to C6. But what caught the professionals' attention was not just the height of his range, but his ability to transition between registers, shifting from chest voice to head voice as smoothly as flowing water, so seamlessly that listeners could not detect the exact moment his voice changed. Everyone believed Cole would go far. Some even called him the ace card of that season. On the night of the finale, when everything seemed within reach, Cole's phone vibrated backstage. On the other end of the line was the hospital. His wife, Grace, was in the emergency room. Acute pneumonia. Critical condition. Cole stood frozen. In front of him were the lights, the millions of viewers, the opportunity he had chased his entire life. Behind him was the woman he loved. He did not hesitate. He did not ask for permission. He did not explain. Cole left the show that very night and ran straight to the hospital. The public turned on him almost instantly. Irresponsible. Unprofessional. Throwing away the opportunity of a lifetime. Then Harper Weston appeared on television and coldly delivered a single sentence that shut every door completely. Anyone who doesn't respect an opportunity doesn't deserve a dream. 3 days later, Grace passed away. Their daughter, Lily, was born prematurely at 32 weeks, weighing only 1.5 kilograms, carrying a hole in her heart. Cole was blacklisted from the entertainment industry. No record label would sign him. No stage would invite him to sing. For the next 5 years, Cole survived as a janitor. Now he and Lily live in East Nashville, in an old 2-bedroom apartment, where the heating system works in only one room. Cole works 2 shifts a day. In the morning, he cleans the Ryman Auditorium. At night, he washes dishes at a restaurant on Broadway. Each night, he sleeps less than 4 hours. Lily needs heart surgery. $85,000. Insurance covers only 40%. Cole needs $45,000 within 2 weeks. He does not allow himself to think about the words, "What if not?" But there is one thing Cole never gave up. He still sings. Every night, he sings Lily to sleep. "You Are My Sunshine," Grace's favorite song. Cole always sings very softly, very carefully, as if singing just a little louder would cause the memories of Grace to crash down and crush him. Lily often whispers to her father, "Daddy's voice makes my heart feel better." The nurses in the ICU have noticed it too. Lily's heart rate becomes noticeably more stable whenever she hears Cole sing. No one can explain why, but Cole knows. It is not technique, not pitch, and not a miracle. It is love. And it is the only thing he still has left to give his daughter. Harper Weston hosted a gala called Voices for Hope at the Ryman Auditorium. The publicly announced purpose sounded noble: raising funds for Vanderbilt Children's Hospital and its congenital heart treatment program. Ironically, that was the very condition Lily, Cole's daughter, was suffering from. That night, Cole was on the evening shift, cleaning the backstage area. He knew very well that the money raised tonight could save his daughter's life. 500 tickets. $500 per ticket. Ticket sales alone totaled $250,000. Harper stepped onto the stage, the spotlight shining directly on her. She smiled confidently and declared to the audience, "Tonight, I will sing Higher Ground." The final note, C6, has never